Hey everybody, we're back with another episode of Beauty and the Beard Bedtime Stories. And I'm the Beard.
Beauty.
She's Beauty. So tonight's book is called The Whole Story. Let go. Yeah, The Whole Story. Alright. By Ken Lamug. Lamug. Oh, no, that's the illustrations. Excuse me. The Whole Story by Vivian McInerny. Who spelled these names? You know what? I feel like you pick books that were the last names on the people I can't pronounce because I'm a hick, and yeah. So I apologize, Vivian. Vivian McInerny. 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 Anyway, it looks cool, so we're going to read it. Let me get my arm out of there. Can I have it back?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay there, booger. Calm down. Alright. Zia had a hole in her pocket. That didn't stop her from stuffing small things in it, such as gumballs, sparkly rocks, and jumpy frogs. Sometimes they stayed, sometimes they fell through and got lost. Zia paid no attention. So there she is, little girl. Adventurous pockets she has. So we are told. The hole in her pocket grew bigger and bigger and bigger. I already like her. She seems cool. Until one day, Zia herself fell right through it. This, of course, was rather peculiar. Zia might have been afraid, except that this was an imaginary hole, so it could only be as scary as she allowed, which was in this case not very scary at all. I hate scary stories, said Zia. She's falling. She don't like it. She sat quietly at the bottom where holes and thoughts run deep and considered what to do with such an obviously wonderful hole. The best ideas usually came to her when she went fishing. Hey, I can relate. A fishing hole is just what I need, Zia decided. She filled the hole with water from the garden hose, and she found her fishing pole, convinced a wiggly worm to sit on the hook as bait, and waited. Hey, I tell you what, smart little girl, adventurous, and she likes fishing. I might adopt her. After some time, she felt a nibble. Zia reeled in a fat fish with bulgy eyes and fancy fins. The fish smiled a fish lips smile. The only thing better than catching a fish, as far as I was concerned, was letting the fish go. The fish flipped a fin in thanks and was polite but rather drippy. So she caught this fish and then let it go. That's what you call catch and release. You ever heard of that? Now you have. Daddy.
Sorry, Daddy.
Excuse me. Alright. Fortunately, Zia wore her swimsuit beneath her clothes, so she knew just what to do next. I officially declare this a swimming hole, she said. Zia did a cannonball because she liked to make a splash. She did the dog paddle and the butterfly because she liked animals. She floated on her back just because. You can't move with my arms there, honey. Quit.
Daddy.
Well, I can't do this with. Here, scoot over then.
I just want to cuddle with
I know I want to cuddle with you too, baby, but I can't turn the page if you're right on me.
you. Sorry, Daddy.
No, you're not. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm just saying it's the physics of it. I love you, girl. Looking up, Zia spotted one fluffy cloud shaped like a thirsty lion. He needs a watering hole, Zia said. The lion came down from the blue sky and lickety-lapped it up the water. An anteater, 2 giraffes, and a slithery snake soon followed. She's down there in that little hole and got stuff going on. Animals coming down from the clouds. Alright, the greedy lion, hoping to scare away the other animals, told them that a green crocodile with sharp teeth lived deep down in that watering hole. The giraffes found the lion's story difficult to swallow. Do you know what bugs me? She asked the anteater between snacks. I believe this lion is lying. You get that? The lion's lying? Sounds like nothing but a tail to me, hissed the snake, who was really not much more than a tail himself. Tired of their bickering, Zaya held her nose, dove down into the bottom of the hole, and pulled the plug. The water swirled around like a wet tornado. Zaya swirled around with it. Fortunately, she was too big to go down the drain herself. Unfortunately, Zaya found herself sitting at the bottom of an empty hole. An empty, muddy hole. So she made 127 mud stairs and more pies than she could count and climbed right out. Coughing, folks, I'm sorry. I haven't coughed all day. I'll start reading and I'm coughing. Alright. Then she sat on the edge, feet dangling, certain that such a hole must be useful in a big way. Think big, Zaya told herself, and as is often the case when the thoughts turn big, they turn to elephants. Zaya decided to catch one. She covered the hole with her favorite blanket and put 6 peanuts right in the middle. Free peanuts for elephants. She made that sign. It says free peanuts. After some time, the elephant came lumbering along, spotted the peanuts, stepped onto the blanket, and crashed. He was caught. Zaya was delighted. The elephant was not. So she done pulled a fast one on this elephant. Lured him right on in there. Alright. Only the cruelest person can ignore the tears of an elephant, and Zaya was not the least bit cruel. She tried to help the elephant out of the hole, but he was too heavy. Instead, she decided to help the elephant dig a hole deeper and deeper all the way to the other side of the world. Look at that. She done got her mining helmet and jumped down in there to help him out. That's nice of her, huh? Even though she's the reason he's in there. Alright. They said goodbye in India, which is really where the elephant belonged anyway. Send me a postcard, Zaya said. Zaya did so like to get mail. I won't forget, the elephant promised. Oh, sorry. I won't forget, the elephant promised. You're not supposed to forget your friends. In a hurry to get home, Zaya jumped back down the hole. She fell fast, she fell faster, she fell so fast her hair fell up. She arrived back home just as the first snowflakes began to fall, and this was rather peculiar as it was July. But Zaya was not one to complain about snow any time of the year. There you go. Zaya filled the hole with water for a second time, and then she laced up her ice skates and made perfect figure eights on the frozen surface. Unfortunately, the blades were too sharp and they cut a hole in the ice. But Zaya understood that a hole with a hole could be doubly good fun. She lifted the hole, tipped it on its side, and rolled it down the street, whacking it along with a stick. It rolled along quickly until she came up to the bottom of the steep hill, and then the hole rolled backwards. Wow, she's getting creative with all this. I like it. And it fell right on top of her. And there it stayed. So the hole fell on her and she's kind of stuck now. That's pretty funny. I like she's got books and a snack and a flashlight. Oh, kids. There we go. Oh, I got pages. For 2 whole pages. So she's still under this hole. Bless her heart. Pretty funny, right? After a while, Zaya crawled out and once again considered what to do with the hole. A sensible girl who knew to avoid danger whenever possible, Zaya circumvented the hole, which was a fancy way to say she walked around it. Because the hole was round, Zaya found herself walking in circles, and because Zaya liked to run in circles, she soon caught up with herself. "This is making me dizzy," she said to herself. Herself agreed. That's pretty funny. I said to myself, I said, "Self?" Self said, "Huh?" No? Okay, just me. Zaya climbed up a nearby tree for a rest. From high up in the branches, the hole looked rather small. So she's sitting up there. She's got a bird and some squirrels looking with her. So small, in fact, Zaya thought she could fit the whole thing in her pocket. Oh, now she's grabbing at it. She's going to put it back in her pocket. What do you think about that? That's where it started out as. And so she did. The end, she put it right back in her pocket. There you go. Yep. I reckon sometimes things just go back where they come from. What do you think? Pretty good book? This is the whole story, but it's W-H-O-L-E, the whole story. By Vivian McInerny. Illustrations by Ken Lamig. And we like this a lot. It's a cool book. Thanks for sharing it with us this evening. We appreciate you. Be sure to tell some friends about us. Like, subscribe, share, all that good internet stuff. And you want to tell them good night, Kate?
Good night.
Yeah. Thanks for reading with us.
I remember the days of just